Hi guys, Greg Howe, S9 Radio back with you. And here you can see we've got yet another burned up ping resistor. This one is burned so hot it's actually charred the circuit board on this Mark IV. It's R238. It's also used on the Mark IVAs. It's a 2.2K half-watt device that is burned up because somebody has exceeded its current handling capacity by installing this rather large 60 microfarad ping capacitor. So both the ping resistor are going to require replacement. If you watch my other tutorial videos, you'll know I like to get in and mark the positive polarity and the circuit board with a red Sharpie pen. This will eliminate any guesswork later on down the line. And this marking of the circuit board notating the positive polarity of the capacitor could not be more important on the Browning Mark IVs. Notice I've also marked the negative lead of the capacitor. As Browning was in the hot seat with the Federal Communications Commission, they were ordered to completely eliminate the ping, and in doing so, they've eliminated the silkscreen that would normally designate the capacitor and its polarity. Okay, as you can see, I've removed the burned up R238 half-watt 2.2K resistor and replaced it with the newer style flame-proof 2.2K 2-watt resistor that will easily handle the new 47 microfarad ping capacitor that I've installed. And for those of you that want to go batshit crazy with the ping duration on your Mark IV, you'll see this humongous 100 microfarad, 450 volt electrolytic capacitor conveniently fits amongst this row of vacuum tubes. I don't believe this was by accident. Browning engineers and marketing knew that Browning owners loved their pings.
Okay, you're listening to a live audio recording of the Browning Mark IV using the amplified 776 desk mic and the factory stock 20 microfarad ping capacitor. That's 47 microfarad of ping capacitance. I'm now holding the microphone, moving it around. I've got two 47 microfarad capacitors piggybacked together in parallel, equaling a total ping capacitance of 94 microfarads. As you can see, that's a medium to a long duration ping. And that's moving the 776 microphone around. This is the 100 microfarad capacitor. Now I'm moving the microphone. Well, there you go. For those of you wondering what a Browning Mark IV would sound like with 200 microfarad of ping capacitance, that's with the amplified 776 Browning desk mic. I'm now holding the microphone, and people always ask, Greg, is that extended ping duration going to hurt my radio? Answer, no. It's probably going to get the attention of a few dogs in your neighborhood, perhaps even a neighbor. Might offend a few people on the airways, but no, it is not going to hurt the radio. It will, however, put a little extra wear and tear on the 6AQ5 speaker amplifier tube. They're inexpensive. They're an audio tube. Therefore, they do not require realignment when replacing.
So in closing, keep in mind this test is really only representative of the Browning Mark IVs, as they were the tamest of all the birds, meaning the mildest. They were heavily regulated by the FCC. They were the first Browning Golden Eagles to show up with an audio clipper control as well as an automatic limiter control that also showed up on the later model Browning Mark III transmitters. They utilized a single power supply versus the other Browning Golden Eagles dual power supplies, meaning one power supply in the transmitter, one power supply in the receiver. So they were somewhat mild, and this test also depends on the capacitors you've got throughout the radio and the audio chain in the transmitter and the audio chain of these two receiving tubes. So your results will almost certainly vary, although the resistive capacitive time constant, the RC time constant, meaning the actual timing of the ping duration, should remain pretty close, provided you're using decent capacitors. So stay tuned. I barely scratched the surface. I'm going to talk more about capacitors. I'm going to talk about tubes and the audio chain, some neon light bulb tricks, and I'll be doing this on the Browning Mark III, a non-ALC early version Mark III. You're really going to get to hear these Browning Golden Eagles scream. 73, Greg, S9 Radio.
Really?